Fortune favors the brave, and I lost all my fucking money.
Ayo, GM fam, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of GM Metaverse. I'm your host, Krafter, sipping on some happy juice. And today I'm bringing you the latest and greatest in crypto gaming. We got a handful of things on my radar today that I'm going to bring onto yours as well. Starting off, shout out Behind the Avatar tonight. I'm recording another episode of Behind the Avatar. I'm having my homie Gus MacArthur on the show. For those of you that don't know who Gus is the co-founder of Outer Studios, and Outer Studios is a studio building in the Metaverse, and they are creating modular assets for UGC platforms as well as other things. So I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about Outer Studios on the episode, but we're really just gonna, for those of you that aren't familiar, Behind the Avatar is really just a vibe session. Me and my guests just hang out and talk about whatever comes up, talk a lot about the Metaverse. I'm sure we'll get into some AI. I know Gus is big on AI stuff, and who knows where else the conversation will go. We're going to be talking about these cat profile pictures y'all have probably been seeing pop up across Twitter. So Gus has one. They're called Nat Cats, I believe. Nat Cats, NATCATS. So we'll find out a little bit more about that. I'm going to pick his brain about Bitcoin ordinals, which basically is Bitcoin NFTs, and all kinds of stuff. So who knows, like I said, who knows what we'll get into, but going to be chatting with Gus tonight. So tune in for that if you can make it. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time, 1 a.m. UTC. What up, Bert? Dropping in the chat. Thanks for being here, homie. Moving on to our list of things to get to. We got four big topics we're going to dive into today. This was all loaded up. I don't know why. My Mac just hates streaming. But it's the easiest for me to use right now when I'm sitting out here on our patio. So next up on our list is Shrapnel. They got their STX1.2 event coming up, and they announced the missions and the rewards that are tied to that. You can see that on the screen. They're scrolling through it. But for those of you that don't know, Shrapnel is an extraction shooter game, crypto game, and they are in the middle of beta testing, maybe alpha testing, I don't know what you call it, but they're testing right now. And to take part in these test plays, you need an extraction pack, and then you can participate in what they're calling STX events. And Right now, we're in the middle of STX1. We're going to be doing 1.2 this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, I don't know if they have, it'd be smart if they had the dates listed. They do. Thank you, Shrapnel, for being smart. Give that a love, too. So March 7th, Thursday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time. March 8th, Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. And March 9th, Saturday, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time. So those are the dates and times that this STX event will be open. And those are the dates and times that you'll be able to actually play the game. Game is available on Epic Game Store. You do need an extraction pack to participate. If you don't have an extraction pack, let me know in the comments or in the chat, and I can hook you up so you can check this game out, maybe climb the leaderboard, earn some rewards. For sure, try and check off these missions. That's always my goal. I'm not much for climbing the leaderboard because there's some killers out there that play the whole time and really rank up on the leaderboard. But the missions are what I go for. And we'll see here. Play one session, get a Crimson Edge Elite pistol skin, get 5 kills. You'll get a Spectrum Marksman pistol skin, get 10 kills, and you're going to get a Spectrum Marksman shotgun skin, which looks dope. And if you extract 200 Sigma, you'll get the Spectrum Marksman AR skin, which also looks dope. So more skins for your guns. Keep on participating. We're going to have a lot of skins for our guns by the end of all these STX events. And hopefully more guns start rolling out. I know there will be more guns. Maybe we'll get some avatar skins. Who knows what'll happen. But looking forward to this event. I'll be streaming it a little bit each day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just a couple hours probably each day, but stay tuned for that. I'll let you know the times whenever I decide when those times will be. What up, Insanity? Insanity is wondering if they will have any market value. I think they probably will. It might take a while. I don't know when, but these are basically the first skins of the game. So if the game takes off, which I think it can, these will be kind of the coveted first skins that people will want. Look at maybe like Fortnite or other games that have skins, and some of the OG skins are some of the most sought after and the ones that people feel like they can flex the most with. So although the challenges to get these skins are not all that hard, I think once some become harder and harder to obtain. Right now, it's not all that hard, but you do have to be here and participating to get them. So there will be a limited supply based on who participates and completes the missions. So that'll help. But yeah, they are pretty easy, which is fine. I think right now they're just trying to get participation. But I think once we see some missions pop up, and I'm sure they'll do this eventually, but some harder and harder missions to complete pop up, that's when we'll see some more high valued skins earned. Basically, like maybe even if it would be really cool if what I would do if I were them is for these leaderboard events also be giving out like 1 of 1 or 1 of 5, and then the top 5 on the leaderboard or the top 1 on the leaderboard gets this skin. So there's literally only 1 or 5 of these skins. That way there's some big rarity around it. So when you do see it in a game, it actually has that like flex component to it. Even though obviously because they're going to be NFTs, people can buy it. So it kind of, I don't know, there's a ebb and flow of that flex value, but I mean, that's kind of what I think is gonna end up happening. What up, Outer Studios? I was just talking about y'all, Gus specifically, about Gus is gonna be coming on Behind the Avatar tonight. I'll mention that again at the end, but make sure you guys tune in Behind the Avatar tonight. Looking forward to hanging out with Gus and vibing Insanity says at the moment, I missed your wrong one. There we go. Insanity said at the moment they're focused on attracting attention to the game. Bingo. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're doing a pretty damn good job of it. But I do believe we'll see harder and harder missions eventually. They already scaled up the missions a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you put in, I put in maybe like 6 hours and I completed all the missions, and I'm not that good. so yeah, it's not really that tough of a task to complete these missions right now, but I think they will get harder. But moving on, and we can keep talking about Shrapnel all y'all want. I love talking about Shrapnel, but we'll moving forward. We got My Pet Hooligans dropping a GM yesterday, and this looks like a new map. I haven't dove in to check it out, but it looks like they've expanded on the map, added a new area. We got some sort of mall scene going on, so another place for the battles to go down in My Pet Hooligan. If you're not familiar with My Pet Hooligan, it's another FPS game, kind of a cartoony vibe, like you can see on screen. You're a bunch of rabbits running around shooting each other, and it's super fun. It's one of my favorite crypto games right now, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's free to play. Everyone can play it right now. All you got to do is go to Epic Games, search My Pet Hooligan, and download it and check it out. If you have Amazon Prime, you can actually get Amazon Prime rewards through your Amazon Prime account. So I've gotten a few skins from that alone, which is super cool. So they got some Amazon Prime stuff going on, but My Pet Hooligans, in my opinion, should be on everyone's radar. It's a great team. They've been delivering and continuing to roll out new stuff. So I'm excited to see where they go in the future, and I'm excited to, when I have some time, to jump in and check out this new map that they're kind of revealing here. So I haven't had a chance yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is revealing, is a new map that we'll be able to check out and battle in. Is anyone tuning in played any My Pet Hooligans yet? Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys enjoy it? I think it's a lot of fun. We should like get together and all jump in and play it one time. It's way more fun with a bunch of real people in there. They do have bots that also play if there aren't enough people though. Coming back to Insanity's comment about Shrapnel, and he was listening in. I missed that space today. I'm glad you caught it though. Did they say anything interesting that you think we should know about? Let us know in the chat if they did. But they are actually listening to the community a lot. I think that's one of their biggest strengths, to be honest, is that they're very hands-on and focused and communicative. They're good at communicating with the community, and they seem to be listening and taking feedback and adjusting as they go. So that's great to see. You love to see that in a team. So keep it up, Shrapnel. And Insanity has never heard of My Pet Hooligans. Well, you should definitely check it out. Like I said, go to My Pet Hooligans on Twitter. You'll be able to find all their links in their bio and stuff. But you can find them on Epic Games Store. Just search My Pet Hooligan, download it, and check it out. We'll have to have a game night one of these nights. There's a lot of loyal My Pet Hooligan players. So if you're looking for some people to play with, I know there's a handful in the European time zone. And definitely some in the U.S. as well. So we'll have to try and line something up here one of these days. But moving on, we got Yuga Labs Gaming announcing the Dookey Dash Unclogged Closed Beta Tournament is kicking off. It says tomorrow. That's today. I saw on the timeline this morning as I was scrolling a little bit that they did run into some hiccups rolling it out, but I believe those hiccups have been ironed out and everything is good to go. And Dookey Dash Unclogged Closed Beta tournament is happening right now. I didn't get the email. I was hoping I was going to be on the list, but I'm not on the list, so I don't get to participate, unfortunately. But if you're listening, Yuga, I would love to get in on this. If you got an extra spot, hook a brother up. I'll stream it. I'll share with everybody. That's what I do. But closed beta starts slash out that tomorrow. It starts right now. It's going on right now. If you have access, let me know in the comments. I'm jealous. I wish I could check it out and play. But if you're playing, good luck. Hopefully you win some big prizes. I know there are some pretty good. It's a pretty good prize pool. I don't know if this is the $1 million prize pool tournament, but it might be. I know that was one of the things that was talked about. But for those of you that don't know what Dookey Dash is, I wish they had a video up here. Let's go to Yuga Labs Gaming and see if we can find a video. But basically, it's like a endless runner type game. Let's see. You'll probably see it in this video. This is their little teaser. There we go. There's some gameplay for you. So you're just going through the sewer, avoiding obstacles, picking up different things, golden plungers, all kinds of different stuff to collect. Minimum prize pool of 1 million ape coin or dollars. I don't really know. But people are hyped about it. It's going to be a good time. I wish I was participating. Maybe next time. Or maybe this time, if somebody's listening and can hook me up, I would love it. Anyways, though, moving on to our last topic of the show, and then we'll just kind of vibe and talk about whatever comes up. To answer question in the chat, Insanity, what do we need to do to get access? To get access to Dookey Dash, you do have to go and I closed out the tweet. You do have to go. I'll show you. Go to Yuga Labs Gaming. God damn it. My computer's gonna be super slow, but go to Yuga Labs Gaming, and on that tweet you can basically just sign up with your email, and then you'll get on the wait list, and then they're kind of rolling it out in phases. So unfortunately, signing up right now, I don't think is going to get you into it because I'm signed up and I didn't get the email telling me that I can play. And I signed up a while ago. So, but might as well sign up and be ready for the next phase that they roll out. But yeah, if you go to, let's just test this. If you go to Yuga Labs Gaming, and go to right here, the pinned tweet from Yuga Labs Gaming. They got pre-register now, Dookey Dash Unclogged. Just go to that link and fill out the information. I think you just need your email, and you'll be added to the list. And then eventually you'll get an email with an access code. As they're in beta right now, you do need access to be able to test it. But yeah, let me know if anyone is playing it right now. Drop it in the comments or in the chat if you're tuning in live, and let us know. Last but certainly not least, we got Deverse World. For those of you that know, I've been checking out Deverse World. I've done a couple streams of Deverse World as we've done beta tests. I'm in the beta test group for this one, fortunately. I wish I was in the Dookey Dash one as well and could stream that too. But we got beta access to Deverse World, and Deverse World is kind of like an open world explorer where you can use a jetpack to fly around, and you can go explore. You can kind of see in this picture here all kinds of different floating islands, and you can claim your island and build on it eventually. That's kind of the gist of what this is. It's very early stages right now. It's a team of about 5 developers, I believe, and they've been working on it for 2 years. So they put some love into this game, and it's getting to the point where it's playable. There was some hiccups the last beta test we did, but hopefully it sounds like the team's been communicating with me, and it sounds like they have ironed out the issues. And this play test you see on the screen right now, happening on March 10th at 8 p.m. Central Time, is going to go on, and there won't be any hiccups, and the PvP and capture the flag is kind of the game that we were playing is going to work. So we'll be able to compete with each other and see who can capture the most islands. And you just split into the two teams and fly around and try and get to the islands. And you can also collect resources along the way, all that fun stuff. I'm going to be streaming this at 8 p.m. Central Time on March 10th, which is Sunday in the US. So Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I think that would be 2 a.m. UTC. And I'll be streaming this right here to all the platforms. So no matter where you're tuning in, you'll be able to catch it. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Has anyone else checked out Deverse World? Let me know what you think if you have, if you're in the playtest group, or if you've caught my streams. Sorry, forgot to take your question off there. I see another question coming in from Insanity over on Twitch. Last time they said they're giving players more access to the closed phase, but I wonder when. Are you talking about Deverse World, or are you talking about Dookey Dash? I'm not sure. I wasn't on the screen that I could see comments. Deverse. You're talking about Deverse World. So I believe you were on my stream when I was streaming it. They did say that they are going to be rolling out more access to this closed phase. I don't think that's happening for this one, but I am in close communication with the team. So you better believe that whenever that happens, I should be one of the first people to be able to give out some codes so y'all can get in there and play with me. So I'm excited when that happens. It sounds like it's pretty close. I think they just want to get everything ironed out so that like the PvP and the competitions can actually work correctly for the multiplayer stuff. And then once they get that ironed out, then they'll start adding in more players. It's just easier to have a lower player base whenever you're trying to figure out what the issues are. And then they'll kind of expand from there. So if you're interested in checking out games, crypto games specifically, I'm your guy. I'm trying to get connected with all the teams so that I can be giving out access to different play tests and stuff like that. So Deverse World is one that I'm working on, and for sure we'll be able to hook you guys up with some codes eventually. Wasn't able to get Dookey Dash, anything with Dookey Dash, unfortunately, but I'm not in the Yuga ecosystem really, so that's understandable. But I would love to play Dookey Dash if you're listening, Yuga Labs, and I know a lot of our viewers would as well. But what else have I been checking out? My Pet Hooligans was playtest only. I haven't actually played it in a little bit, but Illuvium's Overworld is supposed to be coming out soon, and I have access to the beta of that. So excited for when that kind of evolves into the next phase. We'll be checking that out again. What games are on y'all's radar? Drop them in the comments. Let me know what games are on your guys' radar. What games should I be checking out? I'm always looking for new games. I don't have all the time in the world to check everything out, but I do have a list going. So I'm gonna be checking out as much as I can. Insanity said that he had access, but not gonna lie, missed out on a lot of stuff in the game. I played the arena game for Illuvium, and it was okay. That just really isn't my style of game. But the Overworld game looks awesome. It's crisp. It feels good moving around. The mechanics of like being able to jump and slide and all that stuff is super fun. And they're actually right now, I don't know, I haven't been in there in a little bit, but the last I was in there, you were catching alluvials, but they were just floating bubbles. But I think the newest teaser that we saw, I showed it on one of these streams not too long ago. The newest teaser is actually showing the alluvials wandering around and running, and you can actually see them, and it's not just a bubble. So that's kind of exciting, and I can't wait to see what happens with all of that. But that's, I don't know when that's going to roll out. Sometime soonish, though. They've been talking about it. So so to talk more about Illuvium, the overworld game, you don't need an NFT to access, but you did need to basically like email. I think you had to email the team and ask them for access, and then I don't know how they decided who got access, but they gave me access, so not super hard. And there's Illuvium. Let's go while we're talking about Illuvium. Let's go to Illuvium's page. Illuvium. But make sure you tune in this Saturday. Also, while y'all are here and Illuvium's loading up because my computer's slow, make sure you tune in tonight. I'm having a podcast episode recording only on Twitch, so make sure you get on Twitch if you want to see the recording. And we're doing a behind the avatar recording with Gus MacArthur, one of the founders of Outer Studios, and we like the cats is what the title of the show is. So we're going to be talking about Bitcoin ordinals and who knows what else will come up, but it's just going to be a chill vibe session. So tune in, hang out with us, drop comments in the chat, distract us, all that fun stuff. It should be a good time. Hopefully you all can make it. But the Illuvium, so Overworld is launching Q2. This is what I was talking about. A little bit of teaser footage should show us the actual alluvials running around. But Illuvium has a handful of games. So they have, I can't remember what they call it, but there's the arena game, which is like an auto chess style game, auto battler. And then Overworld, which is what we're looking at right now, which is kind of this open world Fortnite-ish feeling mechanics-wise world that you run around and alluvials is kind of the goal. We'll see some alluvials here in a second on the screen. And then they also have, and I can't remember the name of this one either. They got a handful of games, but there's a third game, which you do need an NFT for. I think you need their land. You need some sort of Illuvium land. And then with that land, you can actually, I've gotten some alpha that this is actually probably the best thing to be participating in. You can be doing research on this land, and then it's basically like not really Clash of Clans, but kind of like that, where you're like building out different outposts and labs and research facilities, and then you can basically you're finding the DNA of alluvials, and then if you have the DNA of that alluvial, you can generate those alluvials, and only people with the DNA. There's an alluvial running around instead of a bubble. That's what I was talking about. But I love all the moving mechanics, like sliding around, jumping, flying, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that game is kind of geared towards collecting things and being able, like, supposedly if you have the DNA, you're like the only people that would be able to create those alluvials to be used in the game. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff going on with Illuvium. It's hard to keep up, but they've been working a long time, so I'm expecting them to just continue to be doing cool stuff. It's a big time type of game. Yeah, it's kind of big time-ish. Man, big time's another one that is super fun. I don't spend very much time in there because I don't really have anyone else that plays big time. At least in my time zone, and big time's way more fun if you're playing together and clanning up and doing dungeon raids together. If anyone wants to play any of these games that we talk about, or any games really in general, make sure you jump inside my Discord. Links are in my bios everywhere. But get inside the Discord and just hit me up in the chat, and we'll figure out a time to figure out when is best for everyone to get together and play some games, because we're getting to the point where these games are multiplayer and they're playable. So it's an exciting time in the crypto gaming world, and it's just getting started, which is why I started doing this show. So I'm going to be doing this show. It's a daily show, GM Metaverse, Monday through Fridays, 1 p.m. Central Time. I stream it on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So no matter where you are, you can tune in and get all of the juicy deets every day. Basically, I scroll Twitter throughout my day and find all kinds of interesting stuff that's going on in the crypto gaming world. And I save those tweets, and then we dive into them a little bit more on stream. So this is a great way for you to stay up to speed and up to date on what's going on without having to try and sift through all the noise that is on the Twitter timeline. So that's the goal of this show. And if you guys have questions, concerns, suggestions on games that I should be checking out, please drop those in the chat. If you're catching the replay, share, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Help support me so I can keep on doing all of this. Share it with your friends. I know it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So let people know about it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And if we don't have any more live questions, I'm gonna wrap her up, and we will see y'all tomorrow for another episode. Make sure y'all tune in tonight, though. 7 p.m. Central Time, 1 a.m. UTC. We're doing Behind the Avatar with Gus. Just gonna be vibing, talking about whatever comes up. That's what Behind the Avatar is all about. Just a vibe session with some homies. So sharing is caring, Bert. So appreciate anyone and everyone that does the share. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you're tuning, no matter where you're tuning in, if you comment something, I'll be able to see it. I use StreamYard, so I get to see all your guys' comments come in. So if you're on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, doesn't matter. You can communicate. Tonight's show is going to be exclusively on Twitch. I do my podcast, my official podcast episodes exclusively on Twitch as the recordings. And then I'll post the replays about a week or so after. And if you want instant access to the replays, maybe you can't tune into the live show, you can either subscribe on Twitch, or you can pick up a founder key. A founder key is an NFT that I dropped a couple of years ago. If you want a founder key, you can pick one of those up, and that gives you access to all kinds of things. It gives you extra Discord channels. You get those extra Discord channels if you subscribe to Twitch as well. But there'll be all kinds of perks tied to that as I continue to grow and expand this ecosystem that we're building. But until then, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all for being here. Keep on racking up those Twitch channel points, Krafter bucks. If you're tuning in on Twitch, you'll be able to use those shortly once I get some catalysts so that we can start minting some assets. We've got Metaverse wearables coming that y'all will be able to get out of mystery boxes that you can purchase with your channel points. Roulette does not work anymore. The stream elements is just being garbage lately. Insanity is trying to bump up those Krafter bucks. Stream elements was being a pain in the arse, so I canceled it, killed it. So now we just got channel points. Well, not unfortunately, channel points are pretty solid. They don't go anywhere. Twitch maintains it, makes it work good. So whatever. Bert, what do you got for us? Whilst you're talking founder keys, tried to get one the other day, but all sold out. You can always, Bert, you subscribed on Twitch. So as long as you keep that subscription rolling, you're going to get basically everything that founder keys get. They're not completely sold out. I still have some that I'm saving for rewards and giveaways and stuff like that. So there may be another way you can get your hands on a founder key in the future. But for right now, only the ones available on secondary are available. And yeah. Thanks for thinking of supporting. and already supporting. Like I said, you subscribe on Twitch, you get, because you subscribe on Twitch, you should have access to all the private Discord channels that Founder Keys get access to. Founder Key holders will get more perks than Twitch subscribers in the future, but for right now, you're basically even Stevens with them. So tit for tat, it's all good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, this is a daily show, Monday through Friday, GM Metaverse. I do it 1 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, talking about all the crypto gaming news and every once in a while, just some random Web3 stuff mixed in there as well. So make sure you keep on tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, retweet, follow, do whatever you do, depending on what platform you're tuning in on. Show some love, and I appreciate y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.